curious as to see what this is going to be. Fuck, turn shit back on. Excuse me. Shit. Shit, 199.4. Fuck. All right, 199.4 pounds. Okay, that's down from a couple weeks ago. Now, there's two reasons. One, as fate would have it, I'm fucking sick again. Whatever the fuck is going around, I got for a second time. Well, actually, it was like 3 sicknesses within like fucking a month and a half's time. So the first one I got, I had like that real sinus infection, and it was like all gunky and disgusting and stuff. You can probably hear it in my throat, in my nasal passageway right now. And then the second thing I got was fucking really weird. Like last week, I was fine until I ate. And once I ate Sunday night, I had these fucking stomach pains that were so fucking bad. Now, I never threw up or had diarrhea or anything like that, but I had these stomach pains every time I fucking ate for like 2.5, 3 days. And I thought it was something bad that I ate, but nothing ever flushed out, quote unquote flushed out. So the more I kind of like talked about it, people were like, dude, I had the same thing. This is what it is. It's some kind of fucking virus or whatever the fuck it was. I'm like, fuck. So that was 2 times I'd been sick. And I hadn't been sick in a fucking year. And everybody was sick around me. And then when we went to the Bahamas, excuse me, Erin got this sinus thing while she was there. And that's actually what I have now. It's a different sinus thing. Like your nasal passageway like swells up and you feel a little weird, but there's nothing in there. Like nothing comes out ever. Like there's nothing. It's weird. It's like just your nasal passageway swells up. So when I'm sick, I actually burn more calories when actually we all do that when we're sick. But I don't have a tendency to overeat when I'm sick. Like I don't go fucking nuts and start eating because I'm sick and have comfort food and shit like that. I basically just stick to my eating plan still. And sometimes I really undereat because I don't feel like eating. So my weight is definitely going to drop because of that. And on Sunday, so I'm doing this Tuesday. Normally I do these weigh-ins on Monday after the Sunday cheat day. Well, today's a day later. I went to the gym and trained and did my cardio yesterday. You know, my cheat day was fucking nothing on Sunday. So I had like a pizza. It was a small pizza, a gyro, and some French fries. That was it. Everything was closed on Sunday, and I fucking anticipated things being open that weren't because I looked up at my phone and they said certain shit was open. So I only had one meal that day, and that meal was kind of like it was really kind of a forced meal because I didn't feel well. When we went to Christmas Eve dinner at Aaron's parents' house, I started to not feel well there. Like I felt weird. I wasn't hungry. My nasal passageway was all fucked up. So my eating has really kind of been off. But I mean, here's the one thing about being sick is you can use that as an advantage to boost, to slingshot forward with your metabolism being higher by not overeating and eating the crappier foods. Now, a lot of people, they have every excuse in the book. It's Friday night, I want to go out and fucking party and cheat and fucking have alcohol. It's the weekend, I'm not going to follow my diet on the weekend. It's the holidays, I'm not going to follow my diet on the holidays. I feel like, Phil Hernan put up a video about sucker punching your competition by getting ahead in those times that that everyone else fucking slacks off. Right now, between August to December, people start to slack off as the year's starting to end. The summertime's, getting done. The kids go back to school. Work-wise, a lot of people slack off. You can't get anybody to do shit between fucking December 10th and the end of the year. Me, that's where I kind of focus my hardest efforts are August to December. I really kind of push the pace to try to get ahead business-wise and, personally as well. Like I use that, vacations, I use holidays and stuff to get my physique somewhat to maintain it, but somewhat to get it to another level so that I'm ahead of everyone else. Like I want the opportunities when they come up to do a photo shoot, to do a video. Like I'm 41 years old. You know what I mean? How many more opportunities am I possibly going to have in the next 10 years when something pops up that I'm already in shape as opposed to, well, give me 3 weeks to get in shape. I've seen athletes that are like, well, I need a month to get in shape. And, then they're pushing themselves. They're trying to get in shape. It becomes a fucking big hassle where as if I just stay in shape and, continuously do what I do and feel good and look good, when opportunities arise, I'm able to take them. And, the expos, constantly being in shape for the expos and stuff, the idea is to be able to be in a tank top and not have people go, oh, I thought Jerry was fucking leaner than that. He looks fat. Or he looks skinny fat. Or he looks this, he looks that. The idea is when people see me in person, I want them to be happy with, wow, he looks better in person than he does on camera or in a picture. That's pretty cool. Not necessarily bigger, but just better. And that's part of the whole thing. Like Jay Cutler was kind of heading the forefront with that when he was competing and staying in shape year-round when the other guys got fat and bloated and out of shape. He was always in shape. And he's like, I'm a professional bodybuilder. I should look like a professional bodybuilder. Well, I'm in the fitness industry. I am the face of a company. I have my own companies. I have a responsibility to look a certain way all the time so that when someone meets me, they're not like, what the fuck? Like, who the hell's that guy? Why the fuck is he the face of a company? You know what I mean? I take pride in the way that I look, the way that I feel, the things I do, my personal lifestyle that I live. I take a lot of pride in that, and I enjoy it. So, you know, being sick, instead of gorging myself on fucking, you know, ice cream, I wouldn't know what ice cream was, something anyway, like candy and shit like that, and not training, I take that advantage to use that to use my advantage to have the faster metabolism, to get even leaner, so that the LA Fit Expo was in a couple weeks. Now the idea is I want to be fuller, and I am achieving a little bit of fuller look with the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy training, but being sick makes it very difficult to get the food in. You actually are dehydrated no matter how much water you get in it. It's a little bit harder. So hopefully as I start to recover, I'll slingshot forward back to being fuller, but I also got a little bit leaner without really having to push the pace. So let's do the physique update. You guys can see that I'm actually, you know, quite a bit leaner than I was last week, which I should be for fucking being under 200 pounds. All right. All right, let's see. If I'm gonna fall over here. As you can tell, I'm still getting quite a bit leaner. And don't forget, this is during the holiday season, where a lot of people, you know, they're seeing posts about getting fat, getting out of shape, putting on the fucking weight, and I'm saying, you don't have to do that. And people are like, oh, Jerry, you know, enjoy yourself. Man, I had a fucking great Christmas. I really did. I spent time with, you know, family. I spent time with friends. I got to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do, and I still have my physique to show for it. You know, and some people may not want to do that, and that's okay. You know, if you want to get fat and you want to put on 10 pounds, by all means, go ahead. But just like we shouldn't condemn you for doing what you want to do, people like me that want to stay in shape shouldn't be condemned for doing what we want to do either. You know what I mean? I just happen to have found someone in Aaron that feels the same way that I do about it. So I'm not pressured to go out there and eat a bunch of shit. Like Aaron's parents made dinner for us for Christmas Eve. We went over there for dinner. And, you know, they had these thick-ass fucking fillets, steaks. I mean, there's probably a good 10 ounces of fucking filet. Baked potatoes. I just didn't put the sour cream on it. We had salad. I ate a piece of angel food cake. Like, it was good, wholesome food that I didn't have to fucking sit back and go, oh my God, you know, I'm gonna have to go fucking burn this off. You know, people are like, oh, I'm trying to undo what I did during Christmas, and then, oh, fucking New Year's is coming up, so I'll just fucking ride it out, and then I'll start my thing to, you know, January 1st. January 1st, when I walk in the fucking gym, I'll already be in shape, okay, which I feel good about. Like, I spent so much of my life trying to bulk and be big and huge, and I was fucking fat. Let's face facts, I was fat. I was out of shape that, you know, now this is my focus. This makes me feel good. I used to feel good being bigger than everyone else, but now I feel good just being in shape and being mobile and fucking having energy. And even though I'm sick, I'm still able to go to work and do all these things because I have the energy, because even though I'm sick, I'm still healthy. So let's do a quick overview of sarcoplasmic hypertrophy so you guys can understand that a little bit. And what I'm doing is, you can actually see, even though I'm leaner and dropped weight, I'm actually fuller at the same time. So how is that possible, Jerry? How are you losing fat and staying full at the same time? I'll show you guys what I'm doing. But first, before we explain anything, we're going to set up the market board in the back and shit. First, we're going to fucking eat. You need to eat, which I haven't been eating. I'm not even hungry because of the fucking being sick. But chocolate chip mint pancakes from Nutrition Solutions makes it a little easier to get your food in. Make sure to take your multivitamin every day. Super important. Maybe you can bring your pill. She just ate. A lot of shit to do that. Alright, Brady, give me your pill. Alright, we've talked about sarcoplasmic hypertrophy training for a little while now. You guys have seen me applying it, seen me doing it, seen the results from it. And I think John Meadows was the first one to really start applying this. He was a very heavy, high-intensity trainer. And as he got a little bit older, had some injuries and stuff, he started shifting his training, not primarily, but a little bit towards more of what the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy training was, and really started understanding it. And I personally feel, my opinion, if you're ranked with injuries, this training will help you still get results and get bigger and fuller. Not really adding body weight, but a fuller look, a rounder, fuller look to your physique without having to train super heavy and fuck up those injuries. So I kind of shifted towards that a few months ago. It did really well. And, you know, I kind of got away from it for a little bit, went back to the 10 to 12. Not really training to failure, but straight sets. I noticed I kind of lost the fullness. Now I'm going back towards it again to try to pull that fullness in. It's all an experiment, but how do we do that? Okay, so there's a couple things that you do. So if you don't know what sarcoplasmic hypertrophy training is, go back to my other videos where I talk about it and explain what it is so you can see the in-depth review, overviews and that and stuff. We're going to talk about how to actually do it, training, nutrition-wise today, okay? So one of the things you're going to look for is your carbohydrate intake, okay? Supplements and water. And we'll finish off with the training, okay? Carbohydrates. So here's what I recommend. So I recommend adding 50 to 75 grams of carbs to your diet compared to what you're already eating right now. Now, me, I'll go on the low side. 50 grams is fine for me. You're going to want to try to get the body to overcompensate or supercompensate carbohydrate, glucose-wise, okay? Supplement-wise, here is a very important part, okay? Supplements. Now, you're going to want to use some kind of pump product, okay? You're going to want to use something that will superhydrate the cells, okay, that has like glycerol in it. And you're going to want to make sure that the timing of this is what they call peri-workout, okay? Peri-workout means around the workout, before, during, and after the workout. Now, the things that I'm using right now, I'm using Erupt, which has a creatine in it, which is basically going to be discontinued because they have a new product coming out, so there's not much Erupt left to even buy if you wanted to buy it. But it has a creatine in it. It's got the Elevate ATP, which is a very expensive product that causes more powerful, more muscular contractions, kind of like a creatine to the 10th power, which is in that product, okay? So you're getting more contractions with the creatine, which actually volumizes the cell, right? The Intracell 7, okay? Probably the most important supplement out of all of them, because it's the highly branched cyclic dextrins, which uses as a transporter the glycerol, which superhydrates the cell, and it pulls everything directly into the muscle cell itself while you're training, and it digests so quickly that there's no insulin spike, which means you can actually stay lean while you're using it still. This is before and during your workout, not after, okay? So a scoop before, a scoop during, and what I do is I actually start increasing my carbs to 50, 2 scoops pre, 2 scoops during. That brings me up to 20, 40 grams of carbs right there. Pre-workout and intra-workout, which takes care of that, and it's all being used, shoving everything in the muscle cell. And the last product is something new. Now, VasoGorge is a capsule, obviously, right? Those are powders, the capsule. Now, this has the Hydromax in it, which, if you've ever used a pump product, you notice a Hydromax, after a very brief period of time popping the cover off that product, it gets clumpy. It's very hard to keep not clumpy inside the powder, so they put it in a capsule at Primeval so it doesn't clump. And the main reason too is so that you can transport this. Like I can throw this bottle in my backpack and take it with me on trips, so that while I'm training and trying to stay ahead on trips, I can still take the pump product for the hypertrophy, the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy training, and not have to worry about bringing in a powder or dumping it in a bag, etc., etc. So those 3 supplements are used peri-workout to increase that muscle cell size during and after the workout. You want to increase the size. So here's the myofibrils here. You're wanting to increase all this stuff around it before, during, and after the workout to get it to super compensate. Now, the extra carbohydrates are going to go into after your workout as well to increase the glucose inside the cell to make it expand and stay bigger too. So you have creatine, more glucose, and water, okay? So I would recommend increasing your water by 50%, okay? If you're drinking a gallon of water, drink a gallon and a half of water. You have more carbohydrates, you're using the peri-workouts, and you need the water to actually get inside the muscle cell, to get everything in the muscle cell, but to overcompensate the hydration in the muscle cell to keep it full. Without the extra water, this shit's not going to work, okay? It's a very important piece of the puzzle that I think a lot of people miss. And me, myself, I'm not good at drinking water. I'm not. I have to force myself to drink water, and most people are kind of lackadaisical about it. They don't really put water as a high priority, but it is super important. And of course, the training with the high reps, okay, or with the super high reps, I'd say anywhere from 35 to 50 rep sets, not every set. So you're going to train hypertrophy training as well as sarcoplasmic hypertrophy training all within one workout to get all these things to work together. Now, actually, there's one more thing that I think should be talked about. It's sodium. Okay? Sodium is super important too. Sodium loads carbohydrates, okay, into the muscle cell. Without sodium, extra carbs are not going to load. You need sodium, water, and carbs to actually load carbohydrates, which is partly a problem why so many guys, when they carb up for a contest, flatten out, can't fill up because they cut their sodium and they're loading carbs and water and they're not fucking loading. You need the sodium to load into the fucking muscle cell. Okay, so when you add these things together, now, you know, these are general figures, 50% water, 50-75% carbs. Make sure you get the peri-workout nutrition, which is the carbohydrates and the supplements. The water and the sodium, now all of a sudden it starts to be not as basic as people thought it was, right? You have these variables which you're trying to control right here, that if I didn't explain to you how to control these right now, which seems basic because I just explained it, but if I didn't explain it, how would you know how to control them? How would you know where to go? This is what 25 years of experience in the gym, doing my own research, talking to people that have done it, coming up with my own theories and testing them have done. They've allowed me to do stuff like this that now I can pass along to you and say, look, not only have I done it, but I've done it with my clients and other people have done it, and it is successful, and is another way to build muscle besides training to heavy and failure. So I hope this stuff is going to help you guys if you want to try the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy training. And yeah, we're going to head to the gym. We're not going to film today because it's the same fucking workout that I've been doing. It's nothing new. It gets fucking boring, you know, doing the same shit and showing the same shit. So we're going to head over there and train. We gave Brady his pill, and we're going to continue with our day. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it, guys. Hopefully this helps you, and we're out.